Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals Boku no Hero, My Hero Academia, Episode 1 review. We are not going to do first impressions. We're going to dive head first. This black man is swimming Michael Phelps style into My Hero Academia. Now, before I get started, I do want to say a few things. Number one, I do read the manga. I don't review the manga, but I do read the manga. And I have not chosen to review the manga for certain reasons, which I won't explain in this video. Number two is that this season, from what I've been hearing, is going to be 13 episodes long. Now, that was apparently done or stated by some French streaming website, but sacre bleu, but I'm not too sure if that's actually the case. And it is actually officially stated on the Wikipedia page of My Hero Academia that the first season will be 13 episodes long. It could be longer, only time can tell. So that being said, let's get into the actual review itself, the PB&J, the nitty and gritty. First of all, let's talk about the characters. Yeah, the characters. First of all, you have the main character, Izuki Midoriya. Now, he is a quirkless middle school kid who's gonna go into high school around 15 or 14 years old. And because he is quirkless, he has no powers. He has no ability. Now, this is a series where in which powers and abilities, unique quirks as they're called, they reside within 80% of the population. And those who have these quirks, some of them utilize them for hero duty purposes. Hence the title, My Hero Academia. And the main character, he looks up to a particular hero who is the second Prima character, All Might. All Might is a very prominent hero. His quirk seems to be just raw power and strength. In the episode, there's this sludge slime dude. He punches the air, doing something called a Texas Smash, and then the shockwave permeates in the area, and the guy gets sent flying back. And he saves Midoriya in the episode. There is an economy, there is a system in place that is centered mainly around those who have quirks. However, if you're a regular human, like me and you are considered to be inferior, and because Midoriya is a regular kid, or regular by our standards, because he wants to be a hero, he has to overcome this insurmountable wall of having no power. And that is the issue of the main character at this point in time. Then you have another Prima character, his name is Katsuki Bakugo. I love this kid. This kid has spunk. He has the fire. I love this kid. The fire. Yes, man. This guy, as far as you can tell this far, his quirk is whatever he touches, he can make it explode. Like, he can combust like the air itself around his palms. He's very arrogant. He's a bully. And he loves intimidating, and he loves bullying the main character. And the main character, all he can do is just stand there and tremble like, he's just crying all the time and shit. But again, the main character has to overcome this massive wall. And there are people that are gonna, bring him down when he tries to climb. And Bakugo is one of those characters. He's one, and again, he's a meanie. But I like meanies, alright? Because you know what? Because I'm a dick. He's a dick, I'm a dick. It sounds kind of weird, but we gravitate towards each other. Yeah, that sounds very, very weird, but fuck it. It is what it is. You got a problem with that? Boom. Blah, in your face. I'm just saying, okay? Now, granted, there are other characters that we see, like, for example, Midoriya's mother. We do see other heroes, but at this point in time, they're not really relevant. Now, let's talk about the system itself. The environment itself. First of all, you do have, again, a system, a society that is centered around 80% of the populace that have quirks, that have special powers. Then you have folks that are considered to be villains. And then the first villain that we see in the series, he stole someone's purse, he stopped the train system because he was getting all giant, and then he hurt some people. Therefore, he was a quote-unquote villain. Like, okay, what he's doing is not exactly good, but it's not some, like, super villain brainiac Lex Luthor shit. No, it's really not. It's like some mediocre shit, and then the tree guy says, "Oh, you're the embodiment of evil." I'm like, I mean, it really was some minor shit. It really, really was. You jack a purse, yo, evil, scum. Again. It seems to be very mediocre shit. But that being said, that aside, you have heroes that are paid by the government to basically help out the populace in need, especially when it comes to villains. And the most prominent hero among all these heroes that we've seen thus far is All Might. Basically, in a nutshell, it's a broader scope of the Avengers. End of story. And the main character, he wants to become one of these heroes. And there are certain high schools, wherein which you can train to become a hero. Now, the most prominent one is a school called UA High School. And this school is a school that both Midoriya and Bakugo have applied to. Now, these two, they have known each other for quite a bit of time since they were very, very young. And ever since they were young, Bakugo has always been bullying Midoriya. Now, when it comes to the academy, when it comes to the school portion of this series, it's being set up. We're not there yet, but it's being set up. It is seen as massively abnormal for someone like Midoriya to apply to the most prominent high school for heroes. Whereas Bakugo, he is somewhat of a genius, wherein which he's actually like passed a certain portion of the entrance exam to get into the school. I think it's like the preliminary exam before the entrance exam to actually get into the school. So either way, Bakugo has made some strides. But again, because Midoriya has no quirk, it is seen as massively abnormal. And all the while, we do find out that when it comes to the character himself, Midoriya, he has had trauma. All he wanted to hear was, even though he had no quirk, he could still be a hero. When he found out that he had no quirk, it was traumatizing. And that trauma, to this day, prevents Midoriya from doing certain things, from having certain things, like confidence. That being said, though, when he does meet All Might for the first time in the flesh, after he was saved by All Might, and he's able to actually get the chance to ask All Might, even though I have no quirk, can I still be a hero like you? And that is where the episode ends off. So basically, you see the environment, you see the trauma of the main character, you see the giant wall that Midoriya has to overcome to become a hero like All Might. Now, when it comes to the pacing and the structure, I will say that because the episode is mainly focused on building the foundation of the story, whether it's the society, whether it's the academy, whether it is the wall that the main character has to overcome, it is relatively good because, again, it's mainly focused on building, and that's the pacing right there. When it comes to the characterization, for the most part, I covered that. When it comes to story progression, there is a bit there because, again, you are building up the environment itself. And then also, it is the main character finally meeting All Might for the first time. And it is finally not in the sense of the actual episode of the actual series itself, because, again, it is the first episode. It is finally in the respects of the story in of itself, where the main character, he spent so many years worshiping All Might. That was his ultimate hero, and now here he is in the flesh in front of him, and he can actually get a chance to talk to him, and you even get the dialogue, if you would, narration from the main character, where this moment changes his whole life. So now we're going to see that process as to how his life is going to change. Finally, the animation overall, it is good. Granted, it is only episode 1, but I will say this. Now hear me out. A friend of mine, Pete, he did text me this, and I'm actually inclined to agree. But even though Bones is doing a good job thus far, I feel like Trigger would have been a better studio to animate My Hero Academia. Honestly. Because Trigger, they have that dynamic edge when it comes to animation that I don't see that often in Bones. And in all honesty, that dynamic edge, I think, fits the story of My Hero Academia better than the Bones style of animation. That's my take, though. That's my personal take. Again, it's only episode 1, but I feel like Trigger would have been a better studio to choose to get to actually animate My Hero Academia. So that being said, I'm done. Episode 1 overall, I thought it was good plus the great. It was a good start. Overall, I am excited to see how things pan out. All Might is funny. He's intense, but he's funny. Midoriya, he's one of those characters that is like the crybaby. he's trying to fight it, and he is making some strides, but those character types I have not been a fan of ever, honestly. Jacuzzi Spot, oh god, oh no. But it is what it is. Of course, my man, Bakugo, fuck yeah, all day, every day. Love that dude, and I am stoked to see the scenes involving him in the future. So that being said, overall, rating is going to be a good plus to great, and I'm done. So King of Lightning, rate the video, and by the way, that is going to be a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. So that being said, I'm done. King of Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace! Have a nice goddamned day.